Okay guys, so I'm going to demonstrate the level 5 skim blade. So I get a lot of questions from customers that see this all over the internet and ask me if I have one and when do I use one. And to be honest, the only time I'm ever going to use this is for when I'm doing a level 5 skim. I don't believe that you need these to bust out your butts. I see a lot of people that are busting out their butts and they're doing them, you know, 24, 32, whatever inches long, and more power to you if you guys are. Your work is looking great. It's flat, it's smooth. Personally, I don't want to be doing that for every single butt. You know, I'm happy with my 12 or my 14 and I'm good with that. But to skim out large areas is when I use this level 5. So I first want to give a shout out to CNS Drywall out in Hawaii. I was watching a video, I think it's where I first saw the skim blades. He was actually using a Columbia, I believe, but it got me onto that. And it actually got me onto how I'm going to apply the mud to the wall. Let me clean these goobers off. But a trick that he showed when using a skim blade is getting this texture roller. It's got mud on it, but it's a texture roller, right? It's different than your regular paint rollers because, as you can see, the grooves are different. And it just picks up the mud better and lets it slide. So I use this technique when I'm going to be doing the skim. But I want to show you the stuff that it came with. So this knife is 32-inch knife. Or skim blade, 32-inch skim blade from level 5. It came with the handle. Now if you push these tabs all the way up, there's an arrow right here. There's an arrow. And then there's a line right in the middle. So you line that arrow up with the line. You start on the bottom and you clip it on, right? Now it's on. It's clipped on, okay? Then you can adjust this. There's a little knob right here. And you can adjust that depending on the angle that you need to move it. Right? Pretty cool. Okay? So you have the handle, you have your adjustment. And then the last part is it came with this handle. And I forget how much it extends to, but the handle extends. And it has this little clippy right here. So you push that on. You push down the tabs. And then it's on, right? And then you can use the button and you extend it for however long you need. Now, I'm at 7 feet here. Obviously, I'm not going to use it in here. It's just too big for this. But I will skim out this wall right here so you guys can get an idea of how it works. To take off the blade, you just pull the tabs back and it pops it right off. Okay. So my wall is about 33, 32 and a half inches long, and this blade is 32 inches long. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a sanding pole. This is my smaller one, or a paint pole, whatever you want to call it. It's a standard paint roller. I'm going to put it on here. Now, as you can see right now, it's pretty flat. This was my bastard joint where I had a recess next to a cutout. I also have some metal here, my angle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a level 5 on this wall. You can see right now it's smooth, right? There's nothing on it. So I'm gonna dip into my mud here. I'm gonna tap it. Got mud on it. And what I've learned with using this, which was a learning process because it was all over the floor, is you wanna roll up with this. You push up, right? So, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm pushing up and it's going up, okay? Let's bring you over here. So I'm leaving mud up there right now. Okay. Rolling up, I'm pushing up. up, I'm pushing up. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm rolling up, I'm pushing up, right? It's pushing that mud up. Now, hopefully you can see it. I have a lot up here, which is good. And I'm gonna do another one, a little bit lighter, and I'm gonna come down. I'm not pushing at all, I'm just coming down a little bit. Coming down, okay? I don't wanna go too much into my angle because I ran my angles on another video before this, so they're still a little bit wet, but I guess it is what it is. I'm gonna go a little bit further down. Okay, so all my mud is on the wall. Then you guys can see it. Right, so I got heavy mud on there. It's heavy mud. I can leave it like that, that's a texture in itself. No lie, that's a texture. We're gonna get to that video later, but anyways, I'm gonna use this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it flat. I'm gonna start a little bit, and then I'm gonna just get it to start and then start pulling down. Now it's the same thing that I did with the Derby. I have all the mud on here. I'm gonna take my 6. I'm gonna wipe up. I'll clean that metal. And bring this over here. And there it is. It's the first pass, right? And it's pretty clean. So let me do the bottom. Okay, now I'm down here. Now before I had it running this way, on the top coming down. Now I'm flipping it over because I'm gonna go up. So my fingers are in this groove right here. My thumbs are on these back pieces. When I was up top, my fingers were right here. My thumb is on the bottom. Just flipping it around, okay? And I'm gonna start with a quick little wipe, and then I'm gonna pull tight. And I'm gonna ride the edge of this metal. That's gonna be my guiding mark. I don't know. I think it looks pretty clean, huh? I'm gonna have a couple scratches. There is a couple scratches. There's a little bit of lines in that angle, but I just ran the angles a little while ago. So I have to do some cleanup. So the big difference is when you're gonna use Darby's, it's for heavy filling. It's gonna be it's rigid, you need to fill in a lot. That's when you're gonna use your Darby's. When you're gonna use a skim blade, is you're pulling that off almost all the way. You're making it smooth, it's gonna be flat. So that's the difference. Again, I said use the tool that's gonna get the job done, right? The tool that you need to get the job done. I love this blade. I mean, I love this, especially for big areas, big walls. I love it. I still gotta get used to it, but for what it does, for what it paid for the job that I'm doing right now, it's paying for itself. So that's it for the level 5. There's other products. This is the one that I ended up buying. Like I said, I have other tools for them. They never done me wrong, but you know, I think that's pretty good, guys. All right, see you on the next one.